Welcome into T4G Sports. In today's video, we're going to show you the real difference between 3-star gems and 4-star gems when it comes to quarterbacks in college football 25. Without further ado, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, click the notification bell. Let's light it up. So we're comparing the best versus the best when it comes to 3-stars and 4-stars of the same tendency. This isn't the average versus the average. This is the average of the gems, the top dogs of each one of these recruiting classes. And most people really don't know what is the exact difference between a 3-star and a 4-star. Obviously, you know it's overall, but what does that exactly mean? What changes in their overall to make them a 4-star compared to a 3-star? And that's what we're going to go over. And the first one we're going to go over is throw power. So for throw power, you're looking at no change, which is very interesting. No change between the two. Short accuracy, you're looking at a 2-point increase on average for 4-stars compared to 3-stars. It's noticeable. It's not like crazy, but it's definitely noticeable. And remember, these do add up over time. Medium accuracy, no change between the two on average, which is shocking. Guys, remember, these are averages. That's why this is important to look at our T4G scouting data on our website and on our YouTube channel, because you can find ones that are not just the average gems or squeakers. You can be like, hey, this guy's actually really good. So these numbers may not actually apply to him, whether they even be a 3-star or a 4-star, because they may be better than these averages for, you know, whichever one. So that's why the data and this is important, because you can just really get a good idea of how the system works and how to use that system to make you better at college football 25. So throw power, no difference. Short accuracy, 2-point gain for 4-stars. Medium accuracy, no gain. Throw on the run, 2-point gain for 4-stars. So pretty interesting there. Break sack, you're looking at a 5-point gain for 4-stars compared to 3-stars on average, which is pretty impressive. And again, this is for the gems, not for just the regular standard quarterbacks of this same tendency. Awareness, you're looking at a 6-point gain for 4-stars. That's interesting, because if the other numbers were lower, I'd say do not go get 4-stars, because of the fact this would be inflation. That's not good. You wouldn't want to pay for inflation, because you got to ask yourself, a 4-star is probably going to cost you double, perhaps, depending on, you know, the circumstances, but it could cost you double what you're going to pay for a 3-star of weekly hours. So under pressure, 4-stars have a 2-point gain compared to 3-stars. Speed, 4-stars have a 2-point gain when it comes to 3-stars, which is pretty significant because speed means more, right? So it's not a 1-to-1 ratio. You can't say 1 speed equals 1 awareness. Not at all. Not even close, right? And most of you guys know that. Speed is more valuable. So you look at some of these, there's also a value to some of these that may not, you may look at it and go, well, it's only a 2-point increase. Yes, but remember, the value of that attribute means more than the value of other attributes. Okay, acceleration, a 1-point gain for 4-stars over 3-stars. Ball carry vision, now this one's huge. A 6-point gain for 4-stars over 3-stars. So their biggest gains are really in more of the fluff category, but remember, all the other ones add up as well. Okay, so ball carry vision and awareness are more for simulation. Some can argue it's for user play. If you're good at user play, that awareness and that ball carry vision is not going to do you enough to where you're going, wow, I really notice, like, oh, it's such a drastic difference. I cannot even believe it. You're just not going to notice that. But the break sack, you know, you kind of start adding these up. 2-point increase for short accuracy, throw on the run, 5-point increase for break sack, 2-point increase for throw under pressure, 2-point increase on speed, 1-point increase on acceleration. That adds up. So they are better. They didn't blow me away on how much better they are, but they are definitely better. So pretty interesting to see the true difference between these two. All right, so now let's bring up the standard Scrambler gems with 3-stars and 4-stars and compare those guys. We're not looking at the athlete. We're not looking at just the average. We're looking at gems versus gems, 3-stars versus 4-stars with the standard Scramblers. Let's look at the difference here. Throw power. 4-stars have a 2-point increase. Short accuracy. 4-stars have a 5-point increase. Medium accuracy, 2-point increase. Throw on the run, 3-point increase. Break sack, 4-point increase. Awareness, 5-point increase. Under pressure, 3-point increase. Speed, 3-point increase. Acceleration, 2-point increase. Ball carry vision, 2-point increase. This is incredibly interesting to me. So athlete scrambler quarterbacks, just based upon pure data, are the best quarterbacks for the most part. Just attribute-wise, they are at the top of the charts on almost everything. Now, when it comes to 3 and 4 stars, you could say that, well, you know, out of these athlete guys, they're already top of the charts when it comes to the data points, right? The data shows that they're top of the charts for the most part. However, the increase is not as significant as the standard guys by far. You're looking at every single line that the standard scramblers, when it comes to 3 stars versus 4 stars, every line they're positive by at least 2 points. So what this data is showing you, and what it's showing me, is that the athlete scramblers, you're not going to know as big of a difference. Take that with what it is. You're not going to know as big of a difference, a 3-star compared to a 4-star, as you would for the standard scramblers. If you're using a 4-star standard scrambler that's a gem, just on average, you're going to notice a significant increase. Some way, in some form or fashion, just on average, you will notice an increase more than you would if you're using a 3-star to a 4-star. I'm not saying that 4-star athlete scramblers are not guys to go after, because obviously they're really good. And you got to remember, the data has already put them at number 1. So you're comparing Ferraris in that one, and one Ferrari's a little bit faster. On this one, when it comes to the standard scramblers, they definitely soup that one up by far compared to 3 stars. So very intriguing. Very, very intriguing. So I want to clarify before we jump into the improvisers. The improvisers with the data, okay, this is not an opinion, this is data. The data has shown how improvisers are pound for pound one of the worst quarterbacks to go after, tendency-wise. They don't pack a lot of punch compared to the other guys. And that's not an opinion. I want to clarify. That is data. So throw power. 4 stars have a 4-point increase, which that is significant. That is a massive increase. Awareness, a 5-point increase for 4 stars over 3 stars. Deep accuracy, 1-point increase over 3 stars. Under pressure, a 3-point increase for 4 stars over 3 stars. Throw on the run, 1-point increase. Short accuracy, 2-point increase. Break sack, 3-point increase. Medium accuracy, 1-point increase. Speed, the exact same. No difference. No significant difference. Agility, 1-point increase. So this is interesting when looking at this, because there are areas where it's like, okay, you guys are significantly better, right? Break sack, 3-point increase. You got a 3-point increase for under pressure, and you got a 4-point increase for throw power. Awareness, 5-point increase. So there is a little bit, and I'm not going to say true, like they're pure inflation, because obviously they're not, but there is a bit of inflation. So with this data and the other data we have, still shows that, in my opinion, in the data's opinion, that improvisers are not really up to where they should be. They're kind of the weaker of the bunch. So let's look at throw power for field generals, right? Let's pop these bad boys up. Throw power is a massive difference. 4-point increase for field gens, and that's significant for field generals. That is pretty impressive. Short accuracy, 3-point increase. Medium accuracy, 4-point increase. Awareness, 6-point increase. Okay, we'll see how much inflation that actually is when we go over these other numbers. Deep accuracy, 4-point increase. Under pressure, 2-point increase. Throw on the run, 2-point increase. Play action, 1-point increase. Strength, a 9-point increase. Dear God. Speed, 5-point increase. Wow, that's amazing. So it's hard to kind of make sense of all of this here, right? So it's like you're kind of maybe hearing all these numbers and you're like, okay, so what does this mean? Well, athlete scramblers are still number 1, according to the data. They're still number 1. The increase is not number 1. 3 stars are actually pretty good. Like they're pretty talented. There's no doubt. And it obviously is, you're just going to get more talent as you go up the ladder. There's no question. Scramblers, they're pretty talented as well. They're up there and they definitely get some increases. But field gens, the difference, if you are going to get a field general, from what this data is showing you, 4 stars are not even on the same planet as 3 stars. They're not even in the same solar verse. Completely on 2 opposite spectrums. Even with the awareness being 6, if you add up all of those attributes, and there's other attributes that are not being shown on this too, which it just even increases it further. 4-star field generals are significantly better than 3 stars. You're talking almost a 10-point swing in strength, which their strength was already hot garbage. So it's not like the most impressive thing in the world, but there'd be a difference if we're talking a 70 to an 80. You know, that's a big increase, but a 50 basically to a 60, you're looking at, obviously it's not as insane, but that's noticeable. Okay, and you add up, I mean, a 5-point increase in speed, you're not even talking the same quarterback. Like that, there's a difference in the feel if you start adding up, on top of which the 4-point increase on throw power, medium accuracy. I mean, there is a significant difference. So I guess if you were to give a winner to what is the biggest difference, field generals would get that. It's still the best quarterbacks are athlete scramblers. Then scramblers came in second. Field generals are a very close third. And if you're going to go field general, 4-star is worth the money compared to 3-star on average. And remember, look at the data and make sure you're looking at the ranges, so that way you know whether you're getting a squeaker gem where he just barely squeaked on by, an average gem, or you get an elite gem, because then these numbers are going to be even bigger for every one of these quarterbacks. All of these different tendencies, they're going to be even more massive. So that's really how you want to apply the data strategically, and this is interesting. So basically, I guess the winner, even though they're not the best quarterback, is field general, which is very intriguing. The 4-stars or field generals are pretty good.